Today on Matt on Music, episode whatever number this is, I have no idea. We are looking at Mary Had a Little Lamb. Yes. Um, yes, literally. Mary Had a Little Lamb, that classic nursery rhyme song. So, I've been trying and trying to get this to work, and I, for the life of me, have not been able to pull this off exactly how I wanted to. So I'm just going to have to keep it simple and talk a little too much and play a sample of someone else's work on this. So I wanted to do something spooky for Halloween, and nothing is more spooky than 12-tone music. This is 12-tone music, also called serialism, is a practice that was invented in the 20th century. Think of it as the music equivalent of modern artwork, because it's modern art, just music. Basically, composers such as Rimsky-Korsakov and more famously Schoenberg were really interested in finding new ways of making sound. They wanted to play music outside the mold. They wanted to create a sense of music and a way of hearing sound that was completely different. Just like how modern art is completely different from, the tradition of Western art before it. Serialism, or 12-tone music, is very much in discontinuity with what comes before it. And that is precisely the point of it, to hear sound in a new way and to hear notes and chords in ways that we weren't able to hear them before under the constraints of historic Western music theory. So they came up with a new set of rules. I mean, because all art, all music has rules of some kind. So all you have to do is make different rules that force you out of the old habits and to do something new and different. So what the 12-tone music idea is all about is simply taking all 12 notes, because, in Western music scales, we have up to 12 notes in the chromatic scale. So the rule is to use all 12 without repetition before reusing them. So and you can repeat the note that you're on. You can go back one step in the series and then continue again, but you have to go through all 12 notes before you can repeat that series, or do other things like invert it. Invert the intervals so it's the same pattern, just upside down, or play it backwards, or play it backwards and inverted. Also retrograde inversion, all these funky terms that people use. But anyway, the point of that was just to have a very different kind of sound. So I didn't really understand the point of this when I was taking music theory back in my undergraduate years. I understood what they were doing. I just didn't understand why. But what I just explained is what I've come to understand a lot better than originally. And one of the best ways that this began to make sense to me was coming across someone else's YouTube video quite a few years ago now about taking nursery rhymes and turning them into 12-tone rows, which is preposterous, but hilarious and really effective. So this mathemusician, as she describes herself, Vi Hart, took Mary Had a Little Lamb and a couple other songs as well, and modernized it. She changed some of the lyrics, but most importantly, made it into a 12-tone row, and then made an entire vocal quartet about it, or around it, which I really, really wanted to sing for you. But apparently this is really hard. I have a good sense of pitch, but reading all four of these parts with the 12-tone style is just really difficult. And I tried to do it on piano as well, but she also has it breaking the time signature a couple times, so I couldn't make it work for you. So I'm just gonna sing the melody by itself once, and then give you a sample of what she was able to do with this fantastic sound. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And she goes on with this, and it's quite fantastic. Here's a little section partway through, like verse 3.
Then someone burst down Mary's house, Mary's house, Mary's house. Someone burst down Mary's house, but she was dead before.
Yeah, so apparently she looked up the original story of the original Mary and her lamb, and the house has since burned down. But, happy things. So happy Halloween, happy 12-tone music. Please check out Vihart's original. I've put the link in the comment on the Facebook post or in the YouTube description, however you're watching this. And yeah, happy 12-tone Halloween.